Manzatel here with young undefeated bantamweight Perla Bazaldua, fighting. Sorry, Perla. I probably pronounced the last name a little bit better, but I think we got it. But
It's good. It's good.
Perla, you are fighting in Strong Beach, Long Beach, not too far from your home area of South Central LA this Friday. How are you feeling heading into this? Let's start with the last fight. You were got a draw. Scorecards were all over the place against Martinez. What did you learn from that fight? Do you think the judges got it right, having it even at the end of the night? And what did you learn from that fight?
It was a great fight. It was a very competitive fight. I think I put it off. I feel like I was a more technical, skilled boxer, more accurate. But it was a lesson learned. In this camp we learned how to be more aggressive, more physical. Um, and I'm just very excited for this fight. That draws an extra motivation in this camp to become better, grow as a boxer. I'm still young, I'm still learning. So yeah, I'm just very excited for this fight. Just using those tools that I learned in camp to put on a better fight.
What kind of when you talk about being aggressive and is that what you're learning under Manny Robles to kind of have some of that Mexican intelligent pressure when you fight?
Yeah, of course. Manny's a very smart, intelligent coach. So it's not it's about being aggressive, but also in a controlled way, like picking my shots, sitting on my punches, knowing what to throw, especially like when to throw, the timing of it, and most importantly, being defensive about it. You know, like being a controlled, aggressive boxer. And we were working on that in camp. Setting up my punches, being physical, and so yeah, it's just I feel like I'm really, really looking forward to this fight, and I'm just gonna be a not a new, but improved version of myself.
Did you see what Raymond Murataya did over the weekend? And is
Yeah.
that kind of what you're talking about? That very intelligent way about being aggressive?
Yes, yes, he put on a great, great, great fight. I I don't think he like people are saying Andy won, but I don't think so. I think he dictated the pace, and overall those last rounds, he was just picking his shots, and exactly like that. Picking your shots and knowing when to throw those power punches. Being a bully in a way. So yeah, like that fight, like it's just you got to take notes, and I learned from it. So yeah.
You train with a lot of excellent fighters in the gym, is that right?
Yes, yes, I'm in camp. Whenever I'm in camp, there's always one boxer. Like right now, it was just train Brandon Figueroa. Also Andy Ruiz has been going to the gym. Toro Resendiz, he's been going to the gym, and a lot of great female fighters like Mizuki, world champ, Lupita, she's ranked number two in I think all the sanctioning bodies. So yeah, it's just extra motivation for me. Like they we all push each other. You know, uh like how I take it is, they're world champions, they've experienced that, they've experienced all that it takes to get there. And they just help me, with words with of advice and stuff. So yeah, it just helps me.
You'll have to help me on this one. Is Mizuki sounds like obviously a champion from Japan,
Mhm.
and is she in and around your weight class? Are you getting some quality rounds with her in the gym?
Yeah, yeah. She's in my weight class. We always spar. It just depends because like sometimes when she fights a specific type of boxer, like they get a different boxer from all around, like let's say LA. So whenever I like need southpaw work, and if she's there at that time, then yeah. I mean, but it's always great work. She's very intelligent, she's a very slick boxer, so it just helps me, and I feel like overall I help her too. So yeah, we just push each other too. And she's such a sweet person too. So yeah.
Is it not sweet in the ring though? Because I know Japanese fighters, they're warriors when it comes to how they go about their business.
I feel like with Mizuki, she's just very slick and fast. So it's more like, as I feel like she's a boxer in a way. I feel like I'm the aggressive boxer, but like you gotta be on your A game with her. She's very intelligent.
You got some good examples in the gym when it comes to applying pressure, like Resendiz and Brandon Figueroa. But are there tapes you're studying as a young fighter to try to learn from as well?
The tapes I usually always go back to is De La Hoya. He's good, as a boxer, like he's really fast and slick. Also, Chiquita Hernandez. I feel like he's a very aggressive fighter that you watch tape on. And also like I know I'm not a southpaw or anything, but watching Bam, watching Lomachenko, like with all their footwork and their intelligence, it just helps me. And also Virgil Ortiz, I've watched a lot of tape on him. Like he's very picking his shots, very smart. It's just learning from like aggressive but also smart boxers, not just going in just to get hit. Like you just know when to move, when to hit, and stuff like that.
Guys like Virgil and Ray Murataya and some of those they're intelligent and they fight intelligent in the ring, but they're also very intense and mean in the ring. Do you
Yeah,
carry
like
that as well when you fight?
I feel like yeah, I feel like as a boxer you have to, you got to go in with the mentality like, that the your opponent, the other person in the ring is going to try to take everything from you, you know. You're in this sport to achieve it, to achieve the great. Like you want to be great. You want to be one of the best in the sport. And honestly, if you're not in that mentality, if you're not you don't have that mentality in the ring, then why go in there? Because like a lot of people call this like a poor man's sport or something like
Hmm.
something like that. I feel like you gotta have that hunger. You gotta have that hunger to, achieve something, be great. Because like ever since me and my family, like we started out, like things haven't been easy. Like, we had to work for it. And signing with Top Rank, like that just shows like how much we've worked for it, and that just shows how much I want it. And so like going into the ring, you gotta be a bully. You gotta be like, if she's trying to take what I want, like I can't let that happen.
You got some airtime on those ESPN Plus top rank undercards. Is there I don't know, any comfort in that you can kind of work on your craft off camera a little bit, work on some things before you eventually are back on a broadcast?
Yeah, 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 of course. Right now with all that's happening with the TV deal, I just give thanks to Top Rank for keeping me active for getting me prepared like you said for like those broadcasts and stuff. Overall, it's gonna help me. I'm learning with each fight, growing as a fighter. I'm still young. This is the early part of my career, so with every fight, just gotta keep getting better. So when I have that chance to show to the world my skills, like it's just an improved self. It's just an improved version of myself.
All right, who is the headliner Friday night in Long Beach?
I think it's Lawrence King. Lawrence King. He's the headliner. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, he's the headliner.
Let me ask you because you mentioned Andy Ruiz and you're seeing this is a reunion going on with him and Manny Robles. They won
Yeah.
the heavyweight title and knocked out Joshua together and then split ways and now they're back. How's he looking in the gym? Is he in there quite a bit right now, training a lot?
Yeah, yeah, he's training. The thing is, I go in there early and he goes in there late, so sometimes we don't get to see. I don't get to see too much of him, but every time like if I do pop by, like he's in there working with Manny. Manny's a very very disciplined coach as well. Like he's always gonna push you to be your best and stuff. So I know they're in there working because they go in there later. I go in there early, so yeah.
Have you had a chance to see him on the mitts at all? See if that speed and power is still on point?
No, because sometimes they train late and I get there when they just finish because I do 2 sessions a day.
Hmm.
And but you could tell by the sweat, by like the bag he's in is just sweaty and stuff. And then so yeah, I could tell they're working in there. Yeah.
I gotta ask you because there's some rumors going on. He might fight Usyk. Maybe both of them signed to for a Zuffa or a Turkey Zuffa fight or something like that. You think? Well, you try to take out that he's your gym mate out of it as much as you can. How do you think he could beat Alexander Usyk?
I mean, I think if he's goes in there with like the mentality, as a disciplined fighter, if he goes in there prepared, I mean, you can't always count him out. Andy Ruiz is a very like dangerous fighter too. He's very, very, very fast. And so yeah, I don't think we should count him out. I feel like that would be a very good fight.
You feel like he could be one of the few because Usyk's been picking off big guys at
Mhm.
heavyweight, big boys, and Andy's a big boy too, but he's more Usyk's height and maybe do you think he can match up with the speed and the style better than a Joshua or a Fury has lately or Dubois?
I think so. I think so because if Andy Ruiz makes him uncomfortable, especially from like they're the same height and Andy Ruiz has that speed, I think he could make him uncomfortable and uh make make a different fight for Usyk.
Have any of these veterans, even Armando Resendiz or Brandon, have they shown you a thing or two that you could share with us?
Um, I mean, like I said, sometimes we come in different times. I just feel like
Right.
the one thing that they do show me is they always give me advice, is how to grow as a boxer, like being humble, because they're great examples of, like, how they have everything, but they're still those same humble people that go in the gym, they're doing it all over again. They work their asses off. They they put in the work, and they just show me that, no matter how far you get, you always have to stay 10 toes down, man. You just got to keep working.
So it sounds like Coach Robles is there all day. Is he like putting in
Yeah.
10, 12-hour days at the gym?
Yeah. So the females always start first. It's at 9. And by the time I get there for my second session, it's 4. And not even that, so we have an amateur program.
Hmm.
So sometimes they stay there until like 7, 8. So 9 to 8 sometimes. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
so that's a hard worker right there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure. And he puts everything into his boxers, like especially when we're in camp and stuff. He's a very and he has a great team, Estrellita, Manny Jr., and also my strength and conditioning coach, Matias. It's just a very well-rounded team that, if you go in there, you're gonna work, and no matter what.
how old are you now, Perla? I think last time you were 18 when we talked. How old are you now? Or what,
Uh,
night?
I'm 20. I was 9.
20.
Yeah, now I'm 20. Yeah.
So my last one for you is you called it a poor man's sport. In your case, it could be a
Yeah.
poor woman's sport, but not saying you are. But
Yeah.
how hungry are you as a young fighter? And what do you think it is that you will possess or improve on with Manny that can get you to be a world champion level fighter?
I feel like I'm hungry in a way, like, I want to make my parents proud, most of all. Like, my parents are both hardworking immigrants that came here with nothing. You know, like, I always talk to my brother and stuff. Like, when my dad's always there, like at the gym with me or with my brother. He goes some days with me, some days with him. But it's like you just look at everything he's done, and that just pushes me. That's my hunger, like knowing that he wants me to be someone, knowing that I want to be someone in the sport. That just pushes me, because it wasn't easy coming this far, and I'm not going to stop this far. Like, I want to prove that I want to be one of the greatest, and Manny has helped me with that, especially like just overall, like being a bully, showing people my skills, and not just like being aggressive, but also being intelligent about it. So I feel like being an intelligent bully is gonna get me to that spot where I want to be. And I feel like I have everything. I have the right team. I have my parents' support, my family support, and I have that hunger, proving to everyone that, a young girl from South Central LA, like who had parents with nothing, and as a first generation uh child, like I'm in here to like make a difference, make just to show everyone that I'm gonna be one of the greatest in sport.
You want to get mom and pops a baller crib? Is that like one of the dreams?
Yes, of course. They worked hours and hours. My dad,
Yeah.
early 5 in the morning, after work, he picked us up from school, went straight to the gym, and then after that, homework and stuff. My mom, she's the woman behind the scenes working, providing us with food and stuff. Is like like I told my brother one day, it's just like, sometimes when we're in there training, and I just see like my father's hands or stuff, like all just like with calluses and stuff like that. Like, it's just an extra push, because they did everything for us to be here. Like, they don't they're how can I explain it? Like, they're not selfish about it. They're not gonna throw it in our faces. There's just some things, like, we gotta work for it. And they're a perfect example of why we're in the sport. So yeah, it just makes me hungry, and my brother too, hungry to, be successful in the sport.
They're going through all of that to elevate you to a better lifestyle one day,
Exactly,
as long as
exactly.
you work as hard as they did.
Exactly. They're the
Yeah.
people behind the scenes, and especially coming here, like, with nothing, just hardworking spirit, it's just it would be a waste of talent for me if I don't pursue this. Like, it would be, they came here to see us be successful and stuff. So why am I gonna not let that happen, you know. I'm gonna work my ass off because, you know, they work their ass off. And I just want to provide some of what they gave to them.
Well, hey, yeah, Sinisa Estrada came up from East LA, so your time. Best of luck to you, and shout out to South Central. Respect to you and,
Yes.
and your family, and going forward, best of luck, Perla. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Thank you, of course. It was
Thanks.
nice talking to you.